Today we are beginning with, I think, the most interesting function within management. Today we are beginning to speak about motivating. Uh, Please, everybody, switch off your microphone. For example, Arina and everybody. Thank you. Because it is a little bit noisy from my computer. Okay. We have finished with first two functions of management with planning and organizing, and now we are beginning to think how to push your subordinates toward attaining the objectives of your organization. And today we will speak about the things why your subordinates will work for you. Generally, we spoke about the things, what must be done, it is a part of the strategy, when it should be done, how it should be done, how and who it is the part of organizing. And now we are beginning to speak about the question why your subordinates will work for your organization. Generally, you must understand that it's not enough just to say to your subordinates that you should do this and that's all. Theoretically, some part of your subordinates will follow you just a moment, I'm sorry, it is a technical problem. Just a moment. Just a moment, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it was something wrong with my computer. You have to understand that if you just say that you should do this, somebody will do it, but somebody will think that why he or she has to complete the task which was delegated to her or to him. And within our two next lectures, within today's lecture and within the lecture during next Monday, we will try to find the solution for these questions. So we will try to find a carrot for everybody. The formal definition of a motivating function is the following. Motivating is the process of moving oneself and others to work toward attainment of individual and organizational objectives. There are two important parts in this definition. Firstly, it is the part that we have to move our subordinates to work toward attainment of our organizational objectives. In any motivating theory, it is written, and if it is not written, the user of any motivating theory must keep in mind that we should provide some incentive for our subordinates. If we don't do it, I think nobody will do anything for our organization. And the second important part within the definition is that we have to motivate not only our subordinates, but also ourselves. It is very important for a manager to find something good in his or her activities, and we will try to find the answer to this question also during these two lectures. But generally, now you have to understand that you have to motivate not only your subordinates, but also yourself. We will begin with early approaches to motivating. Actually, we will speak about some examples of motivating, then we will speak about content theories, and then we will speak about process theories of motivating. You can think that, Pavel, why should we study the early approaches or old theories of motivating? We have to use only modern theories, only process theories of motivating. But the answer is rather clear, rather obvious. It's not possible to understand, I would say not even to understand, I would say to feel modern theories of motivating without understanding, without feeling the old theories of motivating. That's why we will begin with like ancient motivating, then we will speak about the old theories of motivating, about the content theories of motivating, and during the next lecture we will speak about process theories of motivating. Historically, the first approach to motivating, it is called as carrot and stick motivating. In Russian, it is метод кнута и пряника. That's why I decided to put not only carrot and stick as at the upper picture, but also as it is shown at the lowest picture, метод кнута и пряника. And mostly in ancient time, people, managers, I would say, they used not carrot but a stick. What was the most important reward or incentive for somebody? To keep them and their families alive. Now, nobody will work for you, within your organization if you just promise you will work, if you work for our organization, and if all our objectives are attained, you will be alive. Nowadays, it sounds like a joke, and not a pleasant joke, I would say. But maybe 200 years ago, maybe even after this period of time, it sounds normal. It sounds normal. Then the situation, I mean, the economical and political situation became better. People tried to improve their economic conditions. They looked for better conditions of life, and that's why they looked for the better salary. And people really fought for rather long, rather difficult jobs and a long period of and long period of time. Okay. Adam Smith stated in his work that person would always attempt to improve his or her economic conditions. Generally, this statement is not true anymore, because people are thinking not about only economic conditions. But if we delete the word economic, it would be true. It would be true. So we could rephrase the statement of Adam Smith in the following way, that a person would always attempt to improve his or her conditions when offered an opportunity to do so. And today we will try to find also try to answer to the question what conditions should be also improved except economic conditions. As you might remember from our previous course, from the course Management 2, the father of management, Frederick Winslow Taylor, one of the main contributions of Frederick Winslow Taylor was that he tried to organize activities of his subordinates in the most effective way, and he tried to support every position with some written procedures, how to complete this task in the most efficient way, and it led him to calculate the fair payment. Fair payment means that if the worker is educated, so it is possible for him to produce some quantity, for example, of details or perform some tasks within working day. And if he or she does so, we must pay to him or to her some reward. And it was the first breakthrough in modern theories of motivation. So what is the breakthrough? What is the milestone? It means that we are providing some incentives, not only for how to say, for something which we think is okay, but we are proving this payment for calculating the fair salary for some activities. But the next breakthrough connected with motivating was that scientists in the field of management and in the field of motivating, they discovered that economic reward, I mean money, not always get people to work harder. It means that we are paying bigger salary for a worker, but the worker, our subordinate, didn't want to improve his or her effort. And the first, also you might remember this example from Management 2 course. It was a breakthrough connected with psychology. And the breakthrough was the following, that people were not always rational. We are not robots. We all, I mean people. It could be like this, that something looked, it could be normal. It could be normal for the first person, or it could be obvious for the first person, but it could be not obvious or even unacceptable for another person. So that's why we have to understand not only the technical part of every activity, technical part, I mean procedures for the most effective way for completing some procedure, but we also have to understand the psychology of our subordinates. The first example, I will briefly remind you this example. This example was analyzed during our course Management 2. Then it was the situation when it was a position at some enterprise, textile enterprise, and turnover at this position reached 250%. Whereas the average turnover, labor turnover in this company, in this plant, was about from 5 to 6%. You see, it is a huge gap. 5 of 6%. Generally, it is normal turnover even now, because somebody, if speaking about subordinates, they can move from one region of a country to another region, or even to another country. Somebody could, I don't know, could get sick, and maybe it's not possible for him or for her to complete these tasks. For example, ladies could can become pregnant, so they will be out of the company for a rather long period of time. So if the labor turnover is less than 10%, it's quite normal even now. But 250% is quite a big labor turnover. What is the problem for our company? First, we have to find new workers and we have to educate them. And these to find and to educate them is not only just words. We will lose our time and we will lose our money. So for any company, it is a very important objective is to reduce labor turnover. And Elton Mayor was invited to this enterprise to find the problem at this very position, because economic rewards didn't work at this very position. Managers tried to pay more, to pay bigger salary to subordinates, but nobody wanted to work at this position more than 1 month. And Elton Mayor discovered that it was a very noisy situation, very noisy place near to this textile equipment, and it wasn't possible for workers to communicate with each other. So they needed some social communicating, to say hello, to share some news maybe. And even then they have some short break for taking some meal. It was very noisy, and generally it wasn't possible for people to communicate even during this break. And Elton Mayor provided, he advised, okay, the manager provided, but Elton Mayor advised to the manager to provide 2 10-minute periods. And within the periods, the equipment must be stopped. And it was like a miracle. It was like a miracle. Spinners didn't want to quit the organization anymore, because they satisfied their need connected with social communicating. And after some period of time, the outcomes of Elton Mayor was completely proved by the situation when an owner of the company decided to remove these short breaks, and spinners, these workers at this position, they began to quit from the organization. So the situation became as it was previous, as it was before these short breaks. So it was why I decided to remind you this example, because it's quite important to understand that you as a future managers, you have to provide your subordinates not only with economic rewards, not only with money, only with salary, but you have to provide your subordinates with some other rewards. And today we will speak about a type of possible rewards which could be provided to your subordinates. So generally, you have to take in account not only physiology of your subordinates, but you have to understand psychology of your subordinates. Without it, without understanding psychology of your workers, it's not possible to provide an adequate rewards for subordinate and to motivate them. Now we begin to speak about motivational theories. There are two types of theories: content theories and process theories. In Russian it is содержательные теории мотивации и процессные теории мотивации. Historically, the content theories was the first, and the process theories was the second. And content, what is the main difference between content theories and process theories? Content theories analyze only needs to be satisfied within the working process, and the process theories analyzing something else. Just to let you understand what is the difference between content theories and process theories, we will speak about it in details during next lecture, but it is rather crucial for you to understand it right now. From the point of content theories, it is enough to provide your worker with some reward, not only economic. I'm stressing not only economic, with some reward. We'll speak about it. And if the reward is inadequate, it's okay. You don't have to think about anything else. It is the point of the older theories, content theories of motivating. And for example, one process theory adds to this that it's not enough, because, for example, a worker will compare his or her reward with the reward of other the reward of other worker. For example, if you pay for the same work for one worker salary, let's speak about only economic reward, but it doesn't matter the type of reward, I mean. If you provide some worker with a salary of 20,000 hryvnias, and the another worker complete the same set of operations, but he or she gets salary 20, not 20, but 25,000 hryvnias. The first worker is not satisfied only because the second has more. Only because the second one has more. So we have not only to provide some reward, but we have to think about someone else. And it is rather long story about this, like someone else, because there are not only comparing, there are a lot of things. We will speak about all these things a little bit later. Within content theories, and also you have to understand that it's not possible to analyze all theories of motivation, even if you open the book which I upload to our folder. Shame on me. I haven't created our folder. I will do it. I will do it today. Definitely. In our management Bible, Fundamentals of Management by Meskin, Albert, and Hedauri, we will find more theories. But from my point of view, it's completely enough to understand 5 main theories of motivation. From content theories, we will speak about Abraham Maslow pyramid, about 3 groups of factors by David McClelland, about 2 groups of factors by Frederick Gersberg. All these theories are content theories, and regarding process theories of motivation, we will speak about expectancy theory and equity theory. So generally, during our management during our part connected with motivation, we will analyze 5 theories of motivation. But before speaking about some particular theories, we will speak about some terms connected with motivation. It's like I would say like alphabet for motivation theories. The difference between theories is not, I would say, not crucial. There are some gaps. Some theories may be better, I would say even, but the language is the same. So we need to, first of all, we have to understand this language. So the first basic terms within motivating are needs and rewards. Needs and rewards. These terms connected with all theories of motivation, with all theories of motivation. It is another word that content theories, all content theories, they state that we have to analyze only needs and rewards. And all process theories, they state that we have to analyze something else, not only needs and reward, but something else. But all theories of motivating, they state that all our subordinates, they have some needs to be satisfied by the rewards which must be provided by managers, by you. First of all, we have to speak about some needs. Dear students, I see that the time is the time of the first part is practically over, so I'm stopping our video conference here, and we are meeting in 5, okay, let it be in 7, not in 5, but in 7 minutes. Please use the same invitation. Please use the same invitation. Okay. Walid, thank you, the same to you. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so we stopped before the break that all motivation theory use terms needs and rewards. If speaking about a need, what is a need? When we feel a lack of something, for example, if I'm thirsty, so I feel the lack of water, so here is a need. And we can divide all needs into primary need and into secondary need. And primary needs are physiological. It is inborn. And secondary needs are psychological. So we understand these needs only after communicating with other people, or we understand these needs somehow else from our experience. For example, if I don't know what is a good car, for example, I won't think about it to change to find to buy a better car for myself, for example. So then I understand, or when I understand that, for example, it is completely possible to spend my vacation not at my country place, but I don't know, for example, my friend told me about he's traveling to Thailand, and I decided that it is a good idea to find the possibility to visit it. So all these needs are not inborn, because when I was born I didn't know anything about another countries where it is possible to have a rest in winter and there is hot weather when it is winter in Ukraine, for example. So primary needs are inborn and they are physiological, and secondary needs we know it from our experience and they psychological. If speaking about primary needs, what needs could be physiological? It could be food, because when a child after being born, a child knows what does it mean to be thirsty or hungry. He or she is crying. He or she can't speak. I mean, he or she doesn't know any word, but he understands that it is some inconvenience. So he is or she is crying, "Mama, mama, please feed me." So here is an example of primary need. And secondary need, psychological, they are psychological in nature, so it could be needs for achievement, for example, to be proud at the results of the activity, for example. It could be power, for example. Some people, they like to set some obligations for another people. As for me, I don't like it. It's a problem for me to delegate some tasks, but for some people it is like the purpose of their existence, I would say. For example, some social needs. So all these needs are not inborn, and they are psychological in nature. How the needs can be measured? It is rather difficult problem for a manager, how to measure the need. And people find, okay, you can say that theoretically there are not one, but there are two possible ways, but we will speak about the second way a little bit later. Historically, the first, and it is the most obvious answer to this question, is to look at the person behavior. Because if we need something, we behave to satisfy this need. And if you look at the subordinate, from his or her behavior, it could be discovered, does the person have a need or not. But, and theoretically, we will speak a little bit later that everybody will behave in the way for satisfying all these needs. And also we'll speak a little bit later today, but the need could be satisfied, partly satisfied, or not satisfied. And theoretically, if the need was satisfied, the person will repeat his or her behavior to satisfy this very need in future. But it is rather difficult for a manager to analyze all parts of behavior of every subordinate. That's why it is rather difficult for a manager to satisfy only through observing of the behavior of the subordinates. I told you that there is the second theoretical way to understand the needs, not from observing, but from some research. For example, we can provide some survey, but there are some problems connected with surveys. People not always say the truth. Then it will be some additional expenses. Then it will be new people entering our organization. So theoretically, yes, it is possible. There are some problems, but the problems are not crucial. But usually, in some cases, we have to use this second method. But the most interesting answer to this question will be the following: that we have to analyze not only needs of our subordinates, but something else. And about this something else we will speak during our next meeting. And the general common idea of all theories of motivating, they think that subordinates, they think not about the objectives of your organization, but they think, subordinates think about their own objectives. Believe me, when you take first position, you will go to your working place not with the ideas, okay, I'm going to help my manager to become more powerful. I'm coming to my working place to help my shareholders to have a bigger profit. No, you will think about your own objectives and your own needs. Yes, all these needs could be different. Somebody will come with the idea, okay, I want to be promoted next month, so I must work harder. And in this very case, my manager will pay attention to my activity. He or she will take it to the consideration, and I will be promoted. Another person will think, okay, I want, it's not very good that my parking place is far from the entrance to the office. I have to go 5 minutes, and if it is rain, it is rather unpleasant. If I take the better position, usually the parking places of top managers are a little bit closer to the entrance. Another person could think, okay, my child needs new clothes as far as his or her leg became bigger, and now it is autumn, and I thought that it is possible to wear some boots from the spring, but it's not possible anymore. The foot of my son became bigger, so I need to buy new shoes, and I need money to buy it. So everybody is thinking about his or her own needs and own objectives, and the idea of all theories of motivating. So I will try to explain it with the pictures. At the left picture, you can see like a squirrel in a circle. The squirrel is running, and the force which push it to a running process is like some needs or objectives. And you as a future manager need to connect this run with the attaining objectives of the organization. It is the right picture when you can see at the right part of the screen. So it must be like this, that your subordinates will try to attain his or her own objectives. But as I told you, everybody is attaining his or her objectives, or in other words, is satisfying his or her needs through behavior, from some type of behavior. And it is your task, to connect this behavior, needs of the subordinates. Regarding my examples, for example, you have to provide some promotion for the first type of workers, but for the second one, who thinks only about the salary, you have to provide bigger economic reward. And generally, every manager, the general idea is the following, that every manager has to think and has to find the most adequate instrument for motivating every subordinate. Every manager must find the best incentive for everybody. And we will speak about it later, that it couldn't be the best reward for everybody. We all are different. We all are different. Somebody likes milk, somebody likes vodka, somebody likes juice. And it's not possible to motivate with the same incentive, with the same reward. But general idea is at the screen. I think it is the most important information from our today's lecture. Believe me, nobody at your future working place will think about the needs of organization. First of all, okay, they will, but they will think about the objectives of your organization only after, I would say, having thought about his or her own needs and objectives. Sorry. And generally, the general scheme of motivating through needs is presented at the screen. So a subordinate has some needs or deficiencies of something. These deficiencies, this lack of something, drives him or her to behave. The worker behaves, and through this behavior, the worker can satisfy the need, can partly satisfy a need, and in some cases the worker behaved, but the need stayed not satisfied. And I told you, but I'd like to stress one more time, that there are a lot of differences among all people. That's why there is no one best way to motivate. What does it mean, no one best way? It shouldn't be understandable that, it shouldn't be understood that there is no right theory. There are a lot of right theory connected with motivation, but there is no best reward. There is no best reward for everybody, I think. And during my previous course, we spoke about 3 approaches to management, and if we say that there is no one best way to manage something, we are using what approach to management? Please answer. Dear students, who wants some bonus points from me? Okay, I'm waiting for 1 minute for the right answer to this question. There are 3 approaches to management, and one approach to management says that there is no one best way to do anything in management.
It's a system approach, no?
No. Okay, I keep bonus points with me. So system approach says that there is all organization are systems and open systems. So we need some resources. Process approach says that any manager has to use 4 main functions of management: planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling. And the contingency approach says that there is no one best way to manage your organization. So it means that you have to, it is possible to use one theory of motivating, but this theory will provide different rewards for different type of subordinates. It is the contingency approach. But thank you, you at least kept in mind at least one approach. So I'm not the happiest professor, but I'm happy that you remember at least something. Thank you. The second important term within motivating is a reward, вознаграждение. A reward is anything which an individual perceives as valuable. So if we need it, if we want to have it, it could be used as a reward of our supervisor. And there is very extremely crucial to understand that there are 2 types of rewards. Usually when I speak about, not about me, maybe if not me speaking, but if anybody speaks about a reward, you can think about an extrinsic reward. But there are not one, but there are 2 types of reward: intrinsic reward and extrinsic reward. Внутреннее вознаграждение и внешнее вознаграждение. And we will discuss it now. And but from this picture, I'd like you, from the left picture, before speaking about the intrinsic reward, intrinsic motivation in details, we can have some pleasure when we are performing some task, and it is an intrinsic reward. It is the right football player, the football player with white t-shirt. So he is playing football. Please look at the left picture. He is playing football, and he's thinking he likes he likes to do it, and that's all. Generally, for example, if speaking about me, you might know that I like to play badminton. Okay, and I'm playing badminton, for example. I take part in some competitions, not professional competitions anymore, but the competitions for non-professionals, players, like veterans, we call it, like older players, okay. And I'm thinking not about the reward, because usually it is like not very expensive reward. Could be a t-shirt, or it could be some medal, something like that. But I like to do it, and that's all. And the same situation could be with a worker. That a worker likes this part of his activities, his or her activities, and performing these type of activities, it will be some part of a reward for this very worker. Please don't ask me it is quite obvious that it's not possible to motivate a person only with an extreme intrinsic reward. We have to pay money for everybody, but you don't have to forget about the intrinsic reward. You have to select your subordinates to some tasks which they like. It is very important. And here is the possible ways of motivating subordinates with the help of intrinsic reward. It could be motivating subordinates with feeling of achievement, with some challenging tasks, with self-estimation. And the second type of reward is an extrinsic reward, внешнее вознаграждение. Please look at the football player with a yellow t-shirt. He is playing this game, not keeping in mind, not how to say that he enjoys this process, but he thinks about some reward which must be presented to him if he wins the game. So extrinsic rewards could be anything which will be provided to a person after his or her activities. So it could be the most obvious extrinsic reward is money. Definitely money, but not only. It could be promotion, it could be status symbols, for example, the room, the work in office where the person works alone. For me, for example, it is rather crucial. I don't like to work in noise rooms. So there are a lot of type of rewards, and here at this very picture, here is the how to compare intrinsic reward and extrinsic reward. So intrinsic reward when we do something and we like it, and extrinsic reward then we perform some task, and for successful performance of a task we will have something. And there are a lot of these something. There are a lot of this something. Here is written some promotions, some bonuses, benefits, prizes, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like inbuilt. And intrinsic reward is inbuilt into the working process. It's inbuilt into the working process. Okay, as far as we have only 7 minutes to the end of the lecture, I will not begin the second part of our lecture. I will begin it during the next lecture. We will begin to speak about content and process theories of motivating, but what is the main idea, the main piece of information within today's lecture? First, that nobody has, everybody, I would say, everybody has his or her own needs, and it is possible to motivate the person only through these needs. And the second most important piece of information, that it's possible to motivate people not only with providing something for successful attaining of some objectives, but also it is possible to motivate people with the help of providing them some interesting tasks. Thank you for visiting our webinar. I'm waiting for your questions.
No questions, I think.
Okay, thank you for visiting. However, if you have any questions, it is possible, completely possible for you to ask it in our private chat. So, first of all, the most important thing now is connected not only with management, but with the current situation. Keep yourself. I'm praying for the best situation. Okay, see you next Monday. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.